going to be talking about the power grid. And the power grid functions like a giant river, with the electricity being the water flowing through the river. So the water in the river is always on the move. You have your sources, which are like power plants, that channel water into the river at all times. And then you have your consumers, which are like bendy straws, sucking all the water out of the river as time goes on. So all the water that the consumers don't drink flows down the river elsewhere in the country for other people to use. And if the people drink too much water and the sources don't produce enough, then the river can run dry and then there's not enough electricity to go around. So there's different types of sources for the river. Some sources, such as coal and nuclear energy, function as a constant stream. They're always there, kind of just constantly putting water into the river. Other sources, like natural gas, function more like a reservoir, where the majority of the time they don't really put any water into the river. But in times of high demand, when everyone's really thirsty and is drinking up all the water, you can open up the gates of the dam, and then water will flow into the river from this source. Then other sources, such as solar and wind energy, are like a dry creek bed. Sometimes it rains, and then the creek bed will flood and pour water into the river. That happens whenever solar panels have sunlight and whenever wind turbines have wind. Other times it's dry, there's no water, and then they're not sending any water into the river at all. So across the nation, there's this giant balancing act going on across the whole power grid, trying to balance the sources and the consumers, with the overall end goal of trying to ensure that no water flows into the ocean unused and wasted, and that nobody goes thirsty because there's not enough water for them to drink. So that's the power grid as a river.